Hello, hello, hello. LuSundra Everett here. I am the home biz tax lady. I help home business owners keep more of the money you earn and pay less to Uncle Sam in taxes. But I also teach home business owners how to make money on the internet. Okay, so side hustle, folks, you are making the news, man. Let me tell you what's up. Okay, so there was an article that came out in Forbes today that talks about how the side hustle industry is not paying taxes on about $216 billion. Now, what's interesting is this is the second time I have seen a news article related to people with side hustles not paying taxes. What that means is you're about to be on the IRS radar really, really soon, okay? So here's the deal. You got to pay taxes on your side gig. Okay, side gigs can include anything from driving for Uber or Lyft, making money online, whether you are selling stuff e-commerce. I mean, there's always, there's all sorts of ways, dog walking, standing in line for folks, whatever. You have to claim that income. Now, So this is where I'm helping you keep more of the money you make, and also to stay out of trouble with the IRS is also what I do. So here's what happens. When you drive for Uber, or you have some sort of third-party pay, right? Any income over $600, you have to get a 1099, okay? And that 1099 is also sent to the IRS. So the IRS is just waiting for you to file your taxes, okay? Now, also with that income, you get to claim expenses related to that income as well. Now, the IRS has what's called a hobby type thing. So if you make $400 or less, you still have to claim the income, but you can only claim expenses up to the income that you bring in, and $400 or under, you don't owe self-employment tax, okay? But now, again, here's the part, here's where you get in trouble, okay? Let me just say that, here's where you get in trouble. Because if the IRS builds a case against you, they're not going to come for you after year 1, 2, or 3, really, right? They're going to wait and wait and wait until you owe a substantial amount of money, and then they're going to come for you. And you're going to have to be able to prove yourself innocent. If it's one thing I have learned in dealing with the IRS is you are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. So you have to be able to say, no, I didn't do it, and be able to prove you didn't do it. Otherwise, you did it. Now, if you go all these years without claiming income, then you are going to be considered a non-filer and a tax evader, okay? Both of which you can go to jail for, all right? So, people keep talking about, I'm getting paid under the table. Getting paid under the table is illegal, okay? If your employer is, and this is usually how it works, right? So let's say that your job, if your state has a minimum wage of $15 an hour, they pay you $15 an hour. Part of that goes to your taxes and whatnot, right? So, so instead of paying you $15 an hour on the books, they want to pay you off the books. So they might pay you $13 an hour, which is going to be more than you might bring home after taxes are taken out, right? But off the books, under the table, all of those things are illegal, and people can get into a lot of trouble. So even with your side hustle, whether you are, whether you're baking or sewing or whatever, like I said, there's so many ways to make money. You are supposed to claim that income. And if you don't claim the income and you get busted, yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble with the IRS, and IRS is one of the longest reaching arms of the law. They can take your freedom, they can take your stuff, they can keep you from doing so many things. And understanding that your tax status is related to so many things. I have seen students not being able to get student loans because their parents haven't filed their taxes appropriately. And of course, you can have liens placed against your property. They can sell your stuff, okay? There was a bridal boutique, I do believe in Dallas, that found that out the hard way, that the IRS can seize and sell your stuff to pay your tax bill, all right? So this is really one of those educational type things to let you know that regardless of the side hustle that you choose, the income that you bring in from that, you may owe taxes on that money. Now, there's different classifications. Like if you make money babysitting, that is can be completely separate. So you really have to sit down with a tax professional, not somebody that just does taxes from January to April, a tax professional, to really look at your tax situation and how you can make that better. But not claiming your income is not the way to go, okay? Because, all it really takes, seriously, all it really takes is somebody to rat you out to the IRS with the whistleblower program for you to be, knee deep in trouble. Okay, so that's all I got to say about that. But you are not, listen, you are not being slick by not reporting your income. Let me say that because because like I said, all it takes is an upset coworker or jealous friend or something to turn you into the IRS, and then your whole world comes crashing down. And that is not an exaggeration, okay? Totally not an exaggeration. It's a whistleblower program. If I was exaggerating, they wouldn't have a program, okay, where the one who rats you out gets a percentage of whatever the IRS collects. So you just don't want to fool with that. I know there are people who claim that the income tax is illegal and all that, and somebody's probably going to wind up on on these comments claiming that. And listen, if you are not really, there are so many people that have tried and lost that fight, and unless you are ready to spend some time incarcerated, there are so many other ways to legally avoid paying taxes than to like having a home business, right? And that you don't need to go fight this battle that's been fought and lost by better people. That's all I'm saying. So listen, there is a link to my tax channel that's in the description box. I encourage you to subscribe to that channel because I do talk about home business taxes, because I'm here to help you win the tax game legally so that you can keep more of your money and pay less to Uncle Sam, and you do it all on the up and up, okay? That's what I'm about. All right. So listen, thanks so much for tuning in, and subscribe to my other YouTube channel. I'd love to see you over there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I do answer I do answer the tax questions I get. And if it's, one of those questions that I need to do a live broadcast on, I'll do that as well. All right. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Have a fantastic day.